Well, what's going on, guys? It's Fabio, coach of the Force Range Snovers, and welcome to week 9 of the Chromatic Draft League against the Lustrous Larvestas. So here we are for week 9. We finally broke our losing streak last week, and let's see if we can continue like a small winning streak into the playoffs, maybe, who knows. We will see. Yeah, for the matchup this week, they have Megalopony, Jirachi, Superior, Drapion, Sylveon, Rotom Heat, Fion, Komodo, Stunfisk, that is Cutiefly and Murkrow. So, yeah, matchup is interesting. The most interesting part of this week, definitely the field. So, when you'll see it, it's a pretty small field description, but still, it's by far the craziest field so far, because you only need to read like one line to get it. That is crazy. Here we go. Inverse field, the type chart is inverted. Immunities are now 2 times weaknesses. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. So we are basically doing an inverse battle with some additional stuff. The next for Prism skill, it's a bit wacky. I don't like it. Normal type moves are neutral to all types. So ghost types don't take super effective damage from it. Neither do rock and steel types. Just neutral. But they're also just weakened just a bit. Which is interesting because both our megas are normal types, which like use normal type attacks, and we can use return in this league, but it is of course weakened now. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And another interesting part is that Nature Power becomes Trick Room, which can be helpful for some Pokemon, and I'm gonna abuse it this week. So yeah, Inverse Field, pretty crazy, and yeah, let's go over their Pokemon. So they have a Megalopony first, which of course in the inverse battle, inverse field is a bit weaker because it can use return out well. Also, Scrappy with normal and fighting type stab, deals with everything normally, but now we have some things that can take hits. I think. Well, do we? Nah. I don't think there's anything. No, because normal always does neutral, but the thing is, it's always weakened. So, for example, like Heatran can take a high jump kick, but also it does also get like Ice Punch, which is now quite effective against my Heatran. And also it's now super effective against my Heat Nandoras with Fighting Stab, which I don't appreciate. Then we have Jirachi, which I guess can spam like Iron Head against Rotom Wash and against Heatran, which is quite annoying actually. But I'm not too worried about that here. I think still, yeah, some Iron Head spam can be a bit annoying. Then Superior. So fun fact: there is an actual inverse battle format on sports. But one of the few Pokemon that gets banned in that is Superior. And of course, I am the one that has to face Superior in inverse field. So that's gonna be fun. It can just spam Leaf Storm and most things don't resist it. Because, of course, there are very many grass resistances. And quite a few Pokemon that are weak to it. And now it's inverted, so hey! Yeah, that's fun. So like, my 2 Pokemon that can resist it are Rotom Wash and Rampardos. That's it. And then you can have the Scarf Leaf Storm spam, and that's gonna be quite tricky to deal with. So, needless to say, I'm scared of the Superior this week. Then Drapion, they've been bringing Drapion quite a bit with Toxic Spikes, so that is something to keep in mind. Still not too worried about that. Although maybe I should bring a Defogger, and I don't think I have one. Maybe I should think of that, but I think we'll be fine. And then there is the Sylveon, which now can deal quite effective damage against my Heatran. Yeah, Heatran has a lot of weaknesses, a lot of resistances, which now become weaknesses in the inverse field. Also a lot of quad resistances, which not fun, because like Superior and so Grass, Ice, Steel, Fairy, Bug, all are like quad weakness and quad resistances, which now become quad weaknesses. But still, Heatran could be nice this week. But yeah, like Rotom Wash, Heatran is nice for Rotom Heat. Heatran is pretty nice for that. Because it can use like Flash Fire to absorb the fire type attacks. And I can deal super effective damage against it with my fire type attacks because the inverse field. Also Fion, which has a crest. Otherwise you would never draft it, and that basically gives it the Violite and Aqua Ring. It's pretty decent. They've been using Fion quite a bit this season, and it's been doing quite well for them. Quite annoying to break for their opponents, but I think in the inverse field it will be easier to deal with. But yeah, Fion, I don't know, it doesn't get any recovery, which also is pretty nice for us. It does get like rest of course, but it's rest. Next up we have Komodo, which can run some different sets like Clangorous Soul or Dragon Dance or Atomize, or like subs, like Batty Drum, defensive with Iron Defense, Body Press, Stealth Rocks, something like that. I don't know what it will bring, but we'll see if they bring it. Then Stunfisk can set up rocks, can Thunder Wave, can Toxic, can be annoying. Cutiefly can set up webs, that's kinda it. Then Murkrow can do some prankster shenanigans, like maybe even Feather Dance. It can Taunt, can Defog, can Tailwind, stuff like that. Although in my opinion it's definitely better in doubles than it is in singles. So yeah, let's have a look at the team. First off we have Larvesta with Assault Vest. Mainly for like the Rotom Heat, the Sylveon and the Superior. Like I'm not making too many hits with Rotom Heat anyways because of the electric weakness now. But still Assault Vest is nice. Earthquake Stone Edge deals with everything, like Lopunny weak to rock, what is it? Jirachi weak to rock, Superior weak to ground. We have Knockoff for the Drapion, although Stone Edge has neutral damage. Knockoff for Sylveon, although Earthquake is neutral. Earthquake is super effective against Rotom Heat. At least I think so, because of Levitate. I'm gonna have to check that, but I think that's how it works. Although actually not completely sure. Maybe that's not how it works. I will have to check that. That could be quite annoying actually. I don't think that's how it works. I'm gonna have to check that. But yeah, I think Levitate just makes it immune to Earthquake, and I'm not sure. And I don't think that is how it works in the inverse. And then Fion, like just Earthquake, Komodo, Stone Edge, Stunfisk, Stone Edge, Cutiefly, Earthquake, and Murkrow, Earthquake. And yeah, Knockoff and U-turn are mainly for support, and because just filler moves, because I am running the Assault Vest. And I have enough speed to outspeed the Rotom Heat. Then next up we have Heatran with Nature Power, which will become Trick Room. I have a speed lowering nature, so I can outslow normal speed Sylveon, Dark Pulse for the Sylveon, Fire Blast for a lot of stuff, Flash Cannon for the Jirachi, for the Superior, and for like, I don't know, and for the, yeah, Fire Blast for a lot of stuff, Fire Blast and the Flash Cannon for Superior, and the Jirachi, and Dark Pulse for the Sylveon. That's basically it. Also Dark Pulse for the, dang it, Mega Lopunny. I have Flash Fire instead of like Flame Body, because I think Flash Fire is more important here. If I can get a boost on the Rotom Heat, then I can Nature Power while it full switches on me, then I could put in quite some work. Next up we have Ribombee. Again, a sweeper set, not a support set, because they have a lot of grass resistances and a lot of bug resistances, which turn into weaknesses now. Because Lopunny, bug, Jirachi, grass, Superior, grass, Drapion, grass, Sylveon, bug, Rotom Heat, bug, Fion, neutral, Komodo, bug, Stunfisk, bug, neutral, Cutiefly, bug, and Murkrow, grass. So only things that don't take super effective damage are Fion, which I just set up on, and the Stunfisk. So Ribombee could put in a lot of work here. We also have Sceptile, which also is like a sweeper with Leaf Blade, which is nice here. The only thing that's weak to it is Fion and also Stunfisk. I have Throw Chop for those two and for super effective damage against Sylveon, which will also make it so I can click that against Sylveon, and they won't be able to use Hyper Voice anymore. also is more damage against the low bunny. And then I have the Citrus Berry with Unburden instead of the Prism skill, because I don't like the Prism skill this week. So we're running with a standard Reptile set instead of like fielded Reptile set. Then, second to last, we have Rampardos with Rock Slide, Earthquake, Curse, and Stealth Rock. Kinda whack. I didn't really know what to run. Stealth Rocks can be nice for implementing super damage. Curse, Rock Slide. I don't know if it will put in a lot of work. Maybe it will. They have like. I will definitely have to check how Earthquake works with Levitate here. That's gonna be pretty important. But for the rest, Rock Slide, Earthquake deals with everything under team. And then last we have Scrafty for like the second or third time this season. Haven't used it a lot. But here with Shedskin, not Moxie, not Intimidate, but a pretty wacky set with Shedskin. At +2 I can outspeed the Mega Low Bunny. I have decent bulk, so I don't really need Intimidate. And Knockoff Ironhead deals everything because they have like 6 resistances to Knockoff, which become weaknesses. So I'll definitely take that. Ironhead there for the Jirachi, which is their only dark weakness. And just for like more damage, Rotom Heat and Fion. So yeah, that's the team for this week. Let's go to the battle. Okay, let's go do this. So I checked something beforehand about the Rotom Heat, and it turns out that Levitate still works, which is a bit annoying. It's definitely annoying, because that means that like Earthquake from Landers will be super effective. I did change like Rampardos' Earthquake to Ironhead, which actually is stronger than Earthquake anyways. So Ironhead here is already better. Also covers more switch-ins. So like yeah. Oh well. It doesn't cover for like Superior, but I think Superior would take a lot of damage anyways. But yeah, I replaced the Earthquake with Ironhead because your Rotom still doesn't get affected by ground type attacks, which is somewhat annoying. You can still just U-turn on it with Landorus, but I would have liked the super effective Earthquake, although that's not the case. So we have the Drapion, which makes sense. It's kind of annoying for my Landorus, I'd say, and I can knock off. We have the Komodo instead of the Sylveon, which is somewhat good for my Heatran, but also not, because my Heatran does get hit super effectively by Dragon type attacks, but also I can hit back super effective with Fire Blast. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what I set up on with my Heatran, probably like the Rotom Heat. So, what do we lead? One thing I do notice is that everything here is weak to Rabombi, which is great. I don't see any priority besides the Rabombi, the low bunny, although I don't really expect Fake Out because it's quite weakened. So what do I want to lead here? I could lead with Landorus. Wouldn't be too bad of a lead. Could see like a I could either see Komodo or Drapion lead, and I think I'm good against both. I can Stone Edge Komodo and I can knock off the Drapion, so let's go do that. So we have Drapion as lead, that is fine. We get the Intimidate, and I knock off here. They can potentially get up T-Spikes, which wouldn't be great, and they do, yep. Now I think it's a roll. Do they just sack the Drapion here? Let's have a look. Is this a roll? It is definitely a roll, but is it a roll to be able to kill? By the way, here, then Rosterian knockoff against Drapion. Let's change the Dark typing to a Ghost typing. So that is like max defense. No max XP, but it is max defense, it seems, or like at least some defensive investment. Let's say it's like Impish. Is that a roll for Impish? It's not a roll for Impish. Don't know what investment that is, which is kind of annoying because then it means like, let's say 100, 150. Let's just say that. Yeah, then it is like a big roll. Then there's no item. Yeah, I don't like that. I think I still just want to knock off here. And we do get to roll for the kill. Okay. They do have one layer of T-Spikes up, which isn't the worst. We have like Shetkin's crafty, and Rampardo's already slower, and with the story doesn't really matter. We have the low bunny out. So what do I go here? Could go into Scrafty actually. Do I want to go into Scrafty? I think I want to go into Scrafty. Or do I want to go Heatran here? Do I want to Heatran? Do I want to go Heatran? Nah, triple axle. Let's go into Scrafty. If Scrafty will do something, it's right now. I don't have too high hopes for Scrafty, and I do want to save it. They could just Baton Pass. We'll see. We get poisoned. We do have the Shetkin. And they Mega Evolve, they return. Okay. That does more damage than I would like. We do get the Citrus Berry at least. I didn't really think this through because knockoff isn't super effective on this. Bit annoying. Still, even if they switch in Jirachi, knocking off that item will be nice. So they just U-turn, get some chip damage, and we'll probably knock off the Jirachi's item. We knock off the Rotom Heat's item. Okay. Heavy duty boots. Okay. Not that great, but hey, it's something. Do I want to rest here? Do I want to rest? Or do you just want to, I don't know. I could rest here. Let's just rest. Discharge doesn't does kill. Okay. I think here I go Heatran. I could like Signal Beam. Let's see, Heatran against Rotom Heat. Let's see, like Signal Beam, ground typing. Okay, that nothing I should be worried about. Nothing I should be worried about. Actually, that would be good because then we have the Pitaya Berry. So let's go for Nature Power here. Discharge. No para. Okay, and there we go. Time to get the ball rolling. I think I should go for Flash Cannon here. It's quite effective, not really a switch in, so we just go for Flash Cannon here. They will probably bring in Serperior, but we have the Trick Room up, so I can just immediately then go into Rampardos, start clicking buttons. Which is good. So if they go Serperior, it isn't the worst. It isn't the worst, we can get some chip damage on it. Putting my Sceptile in a better position. We do have the Toxic Spike still, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, low bunny, okay. I say we go for the Dark Pulse here. Fake Out, okay, they do a Fake Out. So I think a Dark Pulse still here. Yeah, okay, they do go Komodo. But there we go, Dark Pulse does 61%, so that is 30%. I think Flash Cannon is the better play here. We go for Flash Cannon, kill the Komodo, and they will now bring in Serperior and ruin my life. Exactly. So now, what do we do against Serperior? So I have a couple options. Let's see how much does Rampardos do to it. Serperior against Rampardos. That doesn't do enough. But then we can clean with Rabombi, I guess. Yeah, Energy Ball will be super effective. Like, let's change this to water. Yeah, that's super effective. Should clean up. Okay, well. So I think the play is to just click Nature Power here. Hope they miss Leaf Storm maybe. Okay, we don't tank that. And now I think the best thing to do is to go around Pardos. Because if I go Rabombi, they switch, then my Focus Sash will be broken because of the Toxic Spike. So I go around Pardos here and just click Rock Slide. Yeah. This should be the best play here. Yeah, Rock Slide should be... Yeah, Rock Slide is good here. They substitute, okay. That is mildly frustrating. That is mildly frustrating to say the least. Because now Superior just sweeps me. Okay, well we sack Sceptile here. Yeah, they just got a free sub. Because I would die to poison anyways, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I would die to poison anyways, so they just got up a free sub. Okay. That is mildly frustrating to say the least. Okay, we outspeed though. That is great. We do outspeed. But I think they just win because of the substitute here. I kind of forgot that Sceptile outspeeds. But let's just go for the Energy Ball, because I was thinking this just Scarf Superior, but we saw the leftovers, so I just Energy Ball here. Okay. They leave Storm, kill, woo, but they don't have enough for the sub. So I think frick, okay. They just stay in. Synthesis. Of course, okay, yeah. Well, that is not GG because they missed the Leaf Storm. Okay, well, that is a big rip for them. Although, kinda deserved after the rock type miss, but it's the way it is. Now we'll see, do they get the Iron Head flinches? Iron Head, that's 1, that is 2, and that is game. Okay, wow, this is a fantastic game and I love it. Woohoo! Gotta love Pokemon. It's so fun. Yep, Jirachi. GG. Okay, this game, it was mildly frustrating to say the least. We had some hacks in their favor. There was a hacks in their favor, then in my favor, then in their favor. Yeah. Sure. Okay. It's not that there's an upload and share replay button here. But, oh, the bracket thing, well. Anyways, I'll do it after the recording, which I'll end now. Probably, like, if I don't know, wait, let me just check. Wood Stonage, I've killed them. Jirachi, Fire type, no defense. We wouldn't have killed anyway, so yeah, the I don't know, the 3 flinches didn't really matter. They could have fake out with Lopunny on the Rampardos. Although, well, if I had killed the Jirachi, then I would have sent this Lopunny out on the Landorus. But yeah, I'm just saying I lost because Superior is allowed in Inverse, which is kind of broken because it's banned in regular Inverse battles. Yeah, Superior is a menace, and I got wrecked by it. Trick Room Heatran did some work, but fake out Lopunny was I'm quite surprised by the Lopunny set, because return is weakened. Maybe I should have brought Intimidate Scrafty, so I could have intimidated it before Mega Evolved, but I thought, okay, Scrappy Lopunny ignores Intimidate, so that's kind of why I didn't bring Intimidate here. But I guess maybe I should have done that. Didn't end up mattering too much. Heatran did some work, but that's kind of it. And yeah, I maybe should have brought, like, not Assault Vest Landorus, but Defog. Probably would have been better, because the Toxic Spike were kind of annoying. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. Next week, we're gonna determine if we're going into playoffs. I don't know if a 5-5 record will be enough, so probably we're gonna have to win. I'm not completely sure. I don't know who my opponent is gonna be, but yeah, I don't know. I'll go check it out after recording, which I'm actually gonna end now. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time, and of course, stay alive.